guys! Today we're going to go over some beginner tips and kind of like a starter guide to your Color Street nails. How to apply, how to prep your hands, and how to remove them, and just the best tips and tricks that I've learned just in the 10 days that I've been doing this. So I'm going to share those tips with you so that you don't run into any trouble or have any difficulties, and it goes smooth as silk. Although these are super easy, I feel like there's some extra tips that it wouldn't hurt to know to make them last longer and to make your experience just really seamless. So the first thing you're going to need to do is prep your hands and nails. So what you would do like at the salon is just what you would do at home. So you want to kind of soak your cuticles with cuticle oil or moisturizer. I have this big bottle of jojoba oil, and I use maybe some hand cream as well, and these really inexpensive orange sticks, cuticle sticks, that have a pointy tip at the end so you can clean out your nails or do some extra cleanup work with the pointy tip and the cuticle end over here. So this is what you would use, but don't do it when your cuticles are dry. So make sure they're moisturized or have some sort of oil in them. Push them back, prep your hands for putting on the nail strips, just like you would to put on nail polish, because these are 100% nail polish. Next tip I have is to wash your hands, just like you would to put on nail polish. So after you have the oil or the moisturizer on, you want to go to the sink and wash your hands with preferably maybe some dish soap, so that it really removes the oils, and that's going to work best to get the strips to adhere, just like nail polish. It wouldn't stick very well on an oily nail bed, so you want to remove the oils that you just put on your nail to push the cuticle back and get them prepped to put the strips on. Now, every nail strip package that you get, this is the one that I've already opened and used. I only used 5 of the strips out of the 16 that you get, so I reserved them and saved them, and I'll get into that later. But every package of nails that you get is going to have these alcohol prep pads, and let's see if I can get it out. Oh, it's stuck in there. This little nail file. A little nail file, so that's very useful. You can shape your nails as well, and the prep pad is especially useful so that after you've washed your hands, if you want to go over your nails with this alcohol wipe just to remove the excess oils. And I would also do the pads of your fingers here, because these are going to be your tools when you're putting the strips on. Okay, my second tip is to make sure that not only your hands but the nail strips are warm, not cold. So if they've been in a cold room or a basement or outside from being shipped to you, let them warm up. Maybe even like put them, under your shirt or in your jean pocket, and just put them somewhere where they kind of get a little bit of body heat, and then make sure you're not working in a super cold room or a really cold space. Make sure that your hands are warmed up, and that's going to make the nail strips more pliable and easy to apply. When they're very cold, they're more likely to tear or rip, and you don't want that, because that will make them very rigid. So I'm not talking about a difference of like 10 degrees, but if they're very cold, like 50, 40 degrees, if these are sitting at that probably wouldn't be good. So again, second tip is just to make sure that your hands are warm and the nail strips are not cold. You can even, like I said, put them down your shirt or some weird thing like that, just to kind of get a little body heat going on them. Okay, so when you open your nail strips for the first time, and if you've gotten a sample from me, you will notice there is just a slight nail polish smell, and that's the way it should be, because these are 100% nail polish. But it's not going to be overwhelming. It's not going to be something that bothers the rest of your family. It will go away within about, I would say, 20 to 30 seconds, and then you won't even notice the smell anymore. So the benefit of this is obvious, but let me just mention it anyway. A lot of our stylists, a lot of our customers are able to do their nails on an airplane, on the way to a trip or vacation maybe, in their car, around other people, in public places, and it doesn't bother other people. And obviously, even if you're jostling around on an airplane or in a car, it's not going to matter that much because it's not liquid. They're 95% dry strips, so all you have to do is make sure that you get them applied in the right place, and you're good to go. All right, so now you're ready to apply your nail strips. My next tip is to make sure that you don't apply them on your skin or cuticle. Now, I made this mistake the first time I applied a tester or a sample or accent nail that I got in the mail, and I hadn't pushed back my cuticles because I'm not very good at doing my nails, so I had never really done a home manicure myself, shame to say, but now I'm doing them all the time. So I had put one a little bit over the cuticle. This could cause lifting of the nail strip, especially if you do like I did, which is the next tip I'm going to go into, and get your hands wet right away. So what I did was I put them on, I got them right down over my cuticle, and then I went and did dishes right away. Now, I recommend that you do not get your hands wet for 30 minutes after you apply the nail strips. That's not that much to ask, and probably the best time to put them on is going to be before bed. So do whatever you need to do, wash your face, take a shower, and then you can apply your nail strips and go right to bed. And that will probably be the best timing for most people. All right, when you're done applying your nails, you're going to want to do some preservation of what's left over. Whether you have enough left over to do a whole nother manicure or a pedicure, or maybe some daughter's fingers, you don't want these to go to waste. Now, French manicure, that's kind of a different story because, as you can see, they are shaped, the white part, so that when you put it on your nail, you're going to want to just kind of file or take that off. And you probably won't get 2 manicures out of a French unless you're very creative and you figure out a way to use the rest of the white. But the French are buy one, get one free, so it's still like a really good deal. So really, if you get 2 sets, you're only paying $7 for each set. It's still way less than a salon manicure, especially French tips. Okay, so my tip for saving the nails, which you may have heard before, is to use a good old flat iron. So keep the bag that the nail strips came in and just warm up your hot iron and just clamp it here for about 3 seconds, 5 seconds. I set mine pretty hot when I did this, about 400, 450, and so that I would make sure that the seal was good. If you have a vacuum sealing machine or a food saving machine, you can use that. Also, you can put them in a ziplock if you put them in the freezer right away. And I think they will last maybe 3-6 months, maybe even longer in the freezer. So you're good to go that way too. Those are my two preferred ways to save the rest of the nail strips, is to seal the package again with a flat iron, or to put them in a Ziploc, get all the air out that you can, and then throw them in the freezer, and they should be okay. But of course, like I said before, once you take them out of the freezer and want to use them, make sure that they come back up to room temperature before you apply. Next tip is for longevity. For people like me who are really hard on their nails, you can apply a top coat, although Color Street is built in with the 3 layers of like a nail treatment that you would normally get: a base, nail polish, and top coat. Those are built into the strips, so you're good to go there. But if you'd like to add an additional top coat for extra shine or extra long wear, then the 2 that I've heard recommended are OPI Nail Envy and Sally Hansen Insta-Dry. Yes, I just picked this up the other day myself, and I used it, so I can attest that this does work. I haven't tried the OPI, but I have heard that recommended a lot by other stylists. Now, for the timing of putting on the top coat, don't put it on right away. After you do your nails, wait at least a few hours. I would suggest do your nails before bed, and the next day you can put your top coat on. That will allow the nail strip to completely adhere to your nail bed, and some of these quick dry top coats have a tendency to dry things up and make the edges curl on the nail strip, so you don't want that. You want the nail strip to already be completely dry, because it is 95% dry right now in this package, and then when you put it on, it's going to dry the rest of the 5%. So just give it that time that it needs, a couple hours, even overnight if you want, and then you can do your top coat. So follow-up care is simple, just like you would with any manicure. Wait till the next day to start using cuticle oils and heavy moisturizers on your hands so that the nail polish doesn't start peeling up or peeling around the corners. So just give it a little time before you use cuticle oil, very heavy emollient things around the nail bed. And removal. Removal is just like you would nail polish. Because they're nail polish, like I said, you can use any nail polish remover that you already have, whether it be acetone based or non-acetone based. You can use one that I've heard about called Mineral Fusion. I believe you can buy it on Amazon, and I'm not sure if maybe Ulta, I'll have to look, and I'll link that in the description box. So that's a good one I've heard of that's healthy, more healthy for your nails. And then there's another one that I heard about that you can purchase through Amazon that takes a little bit more time, and you have to put like drops on and wait about 12 minutes. And you can get the little caps that you put over your fingers, just like you would maybe to remove gel manicures, and use a cotton ball and the little rubber caps and just leave those for 5 or 10 minutes and they'll come right off. I have heard that glitters take a little bit more to come off than maybe the solids or something like this, but just because glitter, it has more material to it. I've already taken 2 different types off. Both contained a little bit of glitter. One was like a design and one was a glitter, and I had no trouble getting them off. You can take a day off in between if you want, or you can do them right away again the next day. They're not hard on your nails. They're free of the 3 major culprits. So that wraps up my beginner tips for applying your Color Street nails. Doing it in a way that's just most efficient and going to work out the best for you, and then the easy removal and care. I hope these tips were helpful for you, and I hope you really enjoy using your Color Street. Bye. Have a good day.